Breeze Nation, what is good? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love as always. Listen, Designer Driving Chronicles heading down to ESPN. No training camp today, but still, that don't mean we stop. We still moving around. We still mobile. Why not keep the Chronicles going? Don't know if you guys saw this, but per Diana Rossini, the Micah Parsons relationship, per sources that she's hearing around the league, with the Cowboys is completely deteriorating. And I think there's an interesting question here if you're the Chicago Bears and you want to get in to the Micah Parsons conversation. Now, is that something that you want to get into? Of course, is the first question. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. But what are you willing to give up to make a Micah Parsons deal work? And to do that, you would have to go out and clear money off of the books for the team moving forward. I truly wonder if there is an opportunity for the Bears to make a big splash play here on a guy like Micah Parsons, but if it costs you one of your big names currently on this defense. And the package that I had in mind, and let me know if you guys think that this is insane to say, but the first thing that I thought is, off rip, you're giving up 2 first-round picks. It doesn't matter. Micah Parsons is that level of talent, 26 years old, one of the most dominant defenders in football. You're adding him to Dennis Allen's system. Like, you're getting the benefit there. I'm not as worried about the 2 first-round picks, especially with the level of talent that you currently have on your team. I do think you're probably including a day 2 pick in there, more than likely a second-round pick, because, again, everything that I just laid out about Micah Parsons. But the one thing that I thought about that I was like, yo, I know it sounds crazy because you would rather have them paired together, but to make the deal intriguing, would you be willing to add Montez Sweat into a trade for Micah Parsons to try and get this deal done? Because now you're giving the Cowboys back a player of value who's already under contract. We already know, right? Jay Jones doesn't want to pay these guys, and Montez Sweat making way less than anything he would have to pay Micah Parsons. He can justify it to the fan base that they're not giving up, that they're still trying to be competitive. That's why they went out and added a dynamic pass rusher like Montez Sweat, and that, you know, this is something that they hope for the future. Maybe even include a young prospect in there as well, like an Austin Booker, or, you know, one of these younger pass rushers that you've added to the team to try and entice the deal. It would be a massive deal for both sides here. But I think when you, again, same conversation I had about Myles Garrett, same conversation I had about Trey Hendrickson. When you get a guy who's as generational and as versatile as Micah Parsons is, because we think about Micah Parsons, the pass rusher, but you can use Micah Parsons in so many different ways on that line. If you're the Bears, yes, you're giving up the assets, but Micah's a clear upgrade over Montez. He's better than what Montez will ever be here in Chicago. We know that. And I don't think that it's crazy. Now, the one part that is tough is I know a lot of people would say, well, Pat, you want to have Micah Parsons and Montez Sweat paired together. 110%, I would rather have Micah Parsons and Montez Sweat paired together. And if there's a way to do that, do that. I would rather see that than anything else. But I do think that it's worth noting, right? The goal at in every football team is to upgrade that position. Now, we don't know what Dayo Odeyingbo will be. He's got a lot of money on the books, right? He's $48 million over 4 years here. So he's going to be here for a while. Like, he's got some money on the books as well, and there's a lot of belief in him at 25 years old that he's going to take a step in the right direction. But, dog, if we're being honest, like, to me, upgrading the one position, you can have whoever else you want on that other side. Micah Parsons is now the focus. That is truly how you take the pressure off of a guy like Dayo Odeyingbo. That is truly how you take the pressure off of this interior, what you've added with Grady Jarrett, what you have with Shamar Turner, who's a young player, Javon Dexter, who's going to be coming up on some money soon, right? Like, you're taking that pressure off of those guys to go out there and dominate from that position by saying, hey, look, we know Montez was a really good pass rusher for us here, and we felt he could be a focal point of this system. We know that Micah Parsons can be that for this team, and I don't think it's an insane move if you truly go out there and you offer the draft capital is probably where most people are going to have the issue with. You offer a player in Montez Sweat, who I do think is going to have a bounce back year, but is coming off a year that had some struggle, right? He's coming off a year where it didn't work out well for him. You reunite him with the DC that he had, who wanted him here in Chicago, in Matt Eberflus, and he's now working under Matt Eberflus just as a DC. He already knows the system. He already knows what Matt wants to run. I think that there's a lot of intriguing components to this where it could be something that the Bears truly are able to get done, but I don't know if the Bears are going to be willing to move off of those assets and truly go all in. But I'll say this, if you find a way to get Micah Parsons on this team, dog, I know I'm at 9 wins right now. I'm instantly at 12. I'm instantly at 12, because you go from having a really solid defense to having one of the best defenses in football and having one of the most dangerous defensive lines in football by adding Micah Parsons to this team. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. I'll be down to talk with you as well. I'm heading downtown right now to do the Chicago Bears podcast with Yurko. So make sure that you tune in with that. We're also going to have the sim dropping on the channel today at 3 p.m. So just about the time where you're getting off, man, if you're jumping in the car, and that man was digging all of his notes. Jesus Christ, he is going after it. Oh, he got it. Ah, he flicked it. That was nuts. That was insane, bro. That's why you don't get this in the studio. Make sure that you guys, when you're getting off of work or if you're heading home and you're stuck in traffic, the simulation will be on. Cut the sim on, throw it onto the car speakers, man, and ride out with us, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in to show love. Bears taking on the Giants today, so tap in with us on that. As always, man, it's your boy Pat the Designer, back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bear down. One love. Peace.